News 4 has been working for you to get answers after hundreds of D.C. residents had to wait in line outside for hours yesterday to apply for emergency rental assistance, or ERAP.
The program gives one-time aid to people who are about to be evicted or in danger of experiencing homelessness. News 4's Aimee Cho joins us live in the studio with more on this story. Aimee?
A look at those long lines of people who had to stand outside in the cold for hours waiting to get some emergency rental assistance. Now, these were people who were they were waiting in line not even to get the assistance. This was just to make an appointment to come back later so they could then apply. Today, we pressed the D.C. Department of Human Services for answers as to how this situation happened.
In years past, it used to be that D.C. residents could apply online for a program called ERAP, or Emergency Rental Assistance, if they were at risk of getting evicted. This year, the Department of Human Services says it switched to only phone or in-person appointments to, quote, better manage limited funding. This man says he tried to call to make an appointment, but couldn't get through, so he waited in person after he got out of school. And this woman said the economy has been tough, and the long line was proof of that. But the overwhelming need comes amid steep funding cuts to the program. In fiscal year 2024, the ERAP program got about $60 million in the D.C. budget. In 2025, that was cut to about $26.9 million. And in 2026, $8.6 million, less than 1/5 of what it was 2 years ago. Today, News 4 asked Mayor Muriel Bowser about the long lines for ERAP.
Clearly, it was oversubscribed. It's likely oversubscribed. I think that we have to have a larger discussion in the city about how people are paying their bills. And ERAP is never meant to be a supplemental income program. It's for emergencies.
Today, D.C. Councilmember Brianne Nadeau blasted the D.C. Department of Human Services, saying in a statement, DHS should never have forced residents to stand in line for hours in the cold and should have been prepared for the crush of phone calls. DHS should apologize to D.C. residents and explain how this very predictable outcome was not foreseen and how they will make sure this doesn't happen again. DHS put out a statement saying we could have done better. DHS will be reviewing its performance and working closely with the mayor and council to reassess ERAP moving forward.
All right, so Aimee, so why have ERAP's funds been cut so drastically in the past few years? I mean, you see the long lines and there are people just trying to make appointments.
Yeah, and we saw those funding cuts now about 80% or 80% cut from what it used to be. Yeah. So D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser had proposed those funding cuts to ERAP last year, suggesting there was fraud in the program and that some people who were getting that help didn't actually need it. However, our colleagues on the News 4 I-team did some digging last year, and they obtained data from the Department of Human Services showing there was suspected fraud in less than 1% of 12,000 applications last year.
All right. I mean, there's so many people, as you heard from them standing there in that line. The times are tough right now. Yeah. Grocery prices aren't going down, you know, anytime soon. Yeah. And so people are feeling it, and they're trying to get help where they can find it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Aimee.